Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. If I get beat up by somebody's mom at school, I'm not coming back. Right? That's first things first. Let's just get that out the way. We not having that. Um, episode 8. Actually, I can't even talk crazy right now. As you can hear, we got a mic. We got some equipment. We here. We upgraded. It's new levels right now. So I'm feeling really good about myself. As you can hear, I think I sound very nice right now. Um, how are y'all? How are y'all? My week was good. You know, getting this thing figured out. Um, but yeah, episode 8, Three Mink Rugs. It's now what? Um, it's March 24th. Just get into some local Florida news. Some local Florida news. Florida mom shows up to school with boxing gloves, fights child. Police say um, a Florida mother is facing charges after allegedly fighting a student on a middle school campus, according to First Coast News. A police report has said that 34-year-old Edith Riddle. All right, she's already that's already a crazy name, Edith. She sounds like she's a warrior. I'm not trying to get into it with her. Um, Edith Riddle of Jacksonville was arrested by Duval School Board Police. Like that's the most non-threatening police ever. They took care of that. Duval School Board Police. Fam, that's embarrassing. If I hear that the school board police got me, I don't know. I don't know. An announcement came over the school radio about a fight happening outside the cafeteria at 12:14 p.m. So they was at lunch. This sounded like lunchtime. A school safety officer arrived at the scene and found that Riddle was reportedly involved in a physical fight. So that's crazy. It's crazy at the words they try to use when they don't. Like you could tell when they're not too sure of the facts. A report said a school safety officer, the SSO, showed up and found that Riddle was reportedly involved. So they think police said that Riddle just left the school with her daughter after a meeting with the vice principal. So something happened. The daughter then walked through the cafeteria to engage the victim in a fight, reports say. The daughter pushed the victim to the ground and threw some punches before the suspect also joined in punching the victim, who was lying on the ground, according to witnesses. First Coast News wrote a witness also said Riddle appeared to have a boxing glove attached to her left hand, according to the arrest report. So, what does that mean? Like, attached? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Riddle reportedly had the boxing glove on her hand when she arrived at the school and told officials it was super glued to her wrist and couldn't remove it. So, like, she shows up at the school with boxing gloves. They're like, ma'am, you can't bring that in here. Um, it's super glued. Sorry, I'm not able to remove this, unfortunately. Reports say the female victim suffered abrasions to her knees and forearms. That's how you know she got fucked up. It says abrasions. First of all, don't ever say that someone gave me an abrasion. Alright. Police added that the victim was taken to St. Vincent's Hospital for a follow up evaluation. The victim's parent told police she wanted to press criminal charges as well. Riddle was arrested and charged with one count of child abuse with personal slash special weapon. So, damn, the boxing glove is a special. That's crazy. They got a photo of her. She looks like she did it. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys right now. I know you guys can't see her, but she fits the bill. She looks like a Edith. Let's get that out the way. Her last name is Riddle, so she might be related to Voldemort. I would not her put that past her. Um, but yeah, that's some Florida news for you. I gotta start this week off just saying it's been a crazy week. Every week is a crazy week, but we got to give you some local news. You know, this isn't around my block, but this is somewhere in Florida, and there's always some Florida man article. I wanted to change it up. Give you guys some Florida woman news. All right. Um, but yeah, in other news, NBA YoungBoy. I might have heard this story earlier. NBA YoungBoy was recently involved in an altercation with LA police. The feds were pursuing the 21-year-old rapper born Kentrell Galden over an outstanding federal warrant. However, when they attempted to pull over the vehicle he was in, he jumped out the car and began running away from law enforcement. So sources told the outlet cops that they set the perimeter and brought in a canine. This is crazy. Like I saw this on academics page. How did the NBA young boy like? What's up with the police? Like, what's up with their response to people? Like, why does it always seem like they just going too aggressive? Like, fam, you can't arrest the guy. Like, what happened? Y'all needed to bring in the canine. You like, what happened? How did he get away? He took off. That's what it sounds like. He took off on them. He hopped out the car and zoom, gone. Um, so sources say the cops set up a perimeter and brought in a canine to help, and that the police dog eventually sniffed him out. So they had like a scarf or something that they was like, yo, come over here, come do this, um, come find this. Excuse me, come find this man, and he did. Last month, it was reported that the all-in rapper was under federal investigation following his September 2020 arrest. So he's among 16 people who were taken into police custody on drug and firearm charges in his hometown of Baton Rouge, according to police records. So this is crazy. NBA YoungBoy was released on $75,000 bond. Okay, that's a lot. Let me tell you. I think there was like images of the guns and stuff because he's been indicted now by a federal grand jury. That's the breaking news. 2 days after he was taken into custody, basically in documents that were obtained by TMZ. They're the feds. They're the feds now. Federal prosecutors pointed to a September 2020 incident when YoungBoy was taken into police custody along with 15 other people on drug and firearm charges in the hometown of Baton Rouge. Authorities took issue with 2 guns, 45 pistol, 9mm gun. I don't know. Academics is making this shit sound way crazier. Y'all really want to talk about Saweetie? Yes, we're gonna talk about Saweetie, okay, people. In a recent video on Revolt, your boy Justin the boy, Toxic King, Saweetie was giving it up. Let me tell you, the internets, all of the socials, y'all were this Qauvo breakup. I feel like none of y'all even watched the video because the way she was giving it up, man. That would not have been my girl either. I would have sent her the same tweet. Fam, she was talking crazy reckless on there. Crazy reckless. All right, this is NSFW. I'm gonna just get into it right now. I'm gonna just let y'all know if you listen to, you got young people near you, you got other people near you. Cover your ears. Skip ahead 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Do something. All right, cause I'm gonna give it up. Cause uh, this is crazy. This shit was crazy. All right. First off, if my girl, she had to have already been single, like already been single. I don't like to get into a woman's business, but y'all was killing my guy Qauvo so hard. Y'all was killing everybody. Yeah, the females been killing everybody. All right, and you know what's crazy is a lot of the stuff they was saying does not apply to you, local bitches. Like, I'm local too compared to this. She was saying that you can't talk to her unless you make 100 mil plus. Like who's that? Not me. I don't make 100 mil plus. Like she was really getting into it. All right, they was really getting into it. They was talking about have you ever what was she saying? If you ever like met a guy and then the guy wasn't, what you thought, or his friend was finer, how did you going that, how did you handle that situation? And she was giving up like, yeah, I done that. She was basically insinuating that she cheats too. Like that's what it sounded like. Like they was getting into that. They was killing Quavo for cheating. They was killing him from repoing the car he gave her. He didn't even repo the car. That's not true. They was just they man, that was a toxic interview, and you can't even like. I feel like there's no platform where the dude's is gonna stick up and say, "Yo, y'all was crazy." I made a status that Saweetie was wild and no likes. There was no support in the streets for your guy. No one was trying to hear that. That's the thing. No one is ever trying to hear a guy when he talks about anything. I feel like women now it's just crazy. It's crazy out here. You can't say nothing, disagree with nobody. You can't do nothing out here, man. It's tough. It's tough to be a guy. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard to listen to that shit because she looked real innocent. She was real nice. She's a real nice looking lady. But I was just like, damn, your guy, like, for all those dudes out here grinding, trying to make it happen, it's no chance for us. I'll just let you know right now, there's no chance. You gotta. There was one time where they was like, oh, what if you're a nice guy? What if you're doing all the right things? Blah 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 blah. Um, like man, there's so much to unpack in this shit, yo. Like basically, if a guy didn't have, if he had everything but money, she was on some nah, hit me up when you made it. Like there's no ride or die. These chicks don't want to ride with y'all. They want to just be at the top already. Like they at the top. You could come and hit them up when you get to the top. This is savage land. It's a real savage land out here, and nobody's safe because like I don't understand why the girls that surround me are sharing the shit and hyping this shit up. Because I feel like she wouldn't be fucking with y'all either. Like that's how I really feel. Like Sweetie's wouldn't go out to go get drinks with y'all. Y'all not. First of all, y'all be trying to share this shit. Let's get into something. A lot of times out here when I see people like posting their relationship problems and shit like that, it be like a messy situation. Y'all be dealing with shit with people you have no the person first of all don't be trying to build nothing. They don't be having nothing going on. They just be in drama. Like people just be in drama and just trying to have a good time. I don't see nobody trying to build a platform. I don't see nobody really trying to build a business. I don't see nobody doing anything for the community. I don't see it. I just see people out here that do for self all the time. And people want to talk shit. Like these are two people that are completely different stratosphere. Like Saweetie is on magazine covers. She putting out music. That's all this was a song rollout. Because as soon as this interview came out, she done dropped a song. This whole thing was 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 just some clout getting. Like it's just entertainment, and people be going real hard on Facebook and on Twitter, trying to debate. Oh, Quavo's a cheater, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure that relationship was fake. This is why I can't get too like. I want to talk about stuff. I want to be involved with what y'all be tweeting about, what y'all be talking about, but I just don't be getting it. I don't be getting it because I sat there and I watched the whole interview and I was like, "Yo, is this who's like she like I'm gonna be like she's bad and all, but why would you? What guy after this? Like, what guy wants her? Why would I subject myself to that? This must be some shit. Like, man, she was talking about oh, if the guy does everything right and we about to have a threesome, I'm a let the guy pick the dude that we have a threesome with. That's not even a threesome. That's a train. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. It was just that interview was just all over the place. The way she was just dodging every question, like a guy wouldn't be able to do none of the shit that was going on in that interview. I would have had to answer some of them questions. She wasn't answering the questions. I don't even know what y'all yeses and yes is what. She didn't say anything. That shit was crazy. That shit was just I don't even know. People just be pandering to females. I feel like, and nobody want to be honest out here. Y'all just be saying anything to get a retweet, a share, a like, and just be positive. I'm getting real sick of this. I'm trying to like find communities and shit and little shit to like get into. It was like people don't want to. People don't want to. People don't want nothing real. This shit crazy out here. That's what I'm starting to realize. Like people are not interested in real shit. People just are interested in some type of like confirmation bias of what they already believe. It's like I really have a hard time like interacting with people online because I don't get it. Like I've been messing with forex a little. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. We all hustling backwards. Like we all wasting our time doing the weirdest shit. And I be trying to like I don't know. I be trying to build. I be trying to build. Um, I be trying to build shit, and it's tough when I want to like bring people on. I was if anybody listen, this is like a segue like into another podcast, by the way, because if you are a fan of me and you fuck with me, you probably heard me talk about the Joe Budden podcast. But recently on the Joe Budden podcast, Rory and Maul, they're not there. They're not there right now. And as a person that's been listening, for a while and is able to see the I guess the ascension um, of their podcast to like the mainstream and just the takes and the opinions, and it's a cool platform. It's a dope thing. It's the thing that you know Joe Budden's one of the people that inspired me to like get into media and get into podcasting for real because it's like it looks fun when they're doing shit as friends. You know what I'm saying? It looks fun being able to put your opinion out there, seeing the reach, seeing as I feel like I wouldn't say internet historian, but I'm someone that like pays attention to shit. So growing up, seeing the Slaughterhouse movement, and then seeing Joe transition to first of all, I was more introduced to him when he went on that Complex show, when he created that Complex show, Everyday Struggle. That's like when I started to pay attention to the podcast more, and I started to listen to them then. And then whatever happened with Complex, he's not on there anymore. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, I kept listening to the pod because it was good content. They was delving into shit on hip hop. They was they got the sleeper picks. They was posting music for if you don't know artists or just good R&B music, good rap, etc. Interesting takes on from someone that has been I would say in the music business. It was just interesting to like hear someone that's on the inside of things, like give their perspective on how the business is run, because that shit is that first of all, when people have inside information on stuff, a lot of times it's applicable to other things. And a lot of these industries that people work in, the culture comes from hip hop first. So if you could run, I feel like if you could run a successful business in hip hop, you could apply that to anything. You could apply that to white collar type things. You could take that type. It's highly transferable skills. Like a lot of the stuff they're talking about is just corporate minglings. When they're talking about interest in music industry stuff, they're talking about you know white. I feel like white corporate culture, because that's what that is. That's what all shit really be. Is just at least as a black person, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm always like treading a line when I'm in like a serious position or a corporate environment where, I have to be a certain way and also, deliver results. So it's like being an artist and, you know, monetizing something or turning into a business and then having to interact with people who may not necessarily understand the creative side, and but they're good at getting money, or they're good at getting attention. They understand infrastructure or building, or brand building, or how to get people to spend money. That's interesting. So to hear someone that was a successful hip hop group now they're in a successful internet, digital media space. Now they have their own podcast. They're talking about independence, financial security, and they're dope, and it's a dope platform. Why wouldn't I pay attention? So, anyways, it's Rory and Maul. They're two co-hosts on there, and seeing, I guess, how much like Joe does outside of the podcast, and how everything when you're building a brand, all that shit is like it all comes back to like your brand, like whatever Joe goes out and does with Complex or Revolt or on the news. If someone is interested in what he has to say, they're gonna go and look at the Joe Budden podcast probably if he really struck someone a certain way. So his name carries a lot of weight, and I don't know. They be disrespecting him. I feel like for real. Like they be making jokes, and I feel like it be coming off a little Hollywoodish because people people. I think they don't understand. Like they want to say they're for the artists or they're for independence and they're for this and they're for supporting black business or they're for these putting the power back into the person, for lack of a better word, like waves. But then they don't really be down for it. You know what I'm saying? Like people really don't understand what it takes to build something. And sometimes it be the people right next to you that don't get it or don't understand how draining something can be or don't understand how much like effort, how much time, how many hours really goes into making something that's quality. Like I'm trying to make a podcast. You don't understand, and until I get into this, how much this to talk for 20 minutes, like for real, and keep someone interested. That's not easy. Like that's not easy. To garner to get build a team. That's not easy. Um, you know, I want to take live pod. I want to. First of all, this shit is fun. Like, but there's important stuff to talk about. But I want to have fun here too. But it has to be right. I feel like a more fun show will. Like, I have to find a way to make this fun for me and for you guys. Obviously, like that's my job. Y'all coming here, y'all coming to listen to this. It's supposed to be an entertaining thing. Of course, I want to teach people, inform, and all that. But there has to be a foundation infrastructure to everything that you do. So just navigating that. This guy Joe he's on what, three other shows, four other shows. He has Patreon, all this stuff, and it's like I don't know that like if like I don't. It's hard. I don't want to get into people's business, but it's like damn, like to see them not there on the pod and to hear the little comments that Rory be making about like just like money shit or like how much they really like. I don't know. They don't like. I don't know what their problem is, but it's interesting to everything good has to come to an end. So it's very interesting. You like whatever drama is going on with them. Clearly, they're trying to work through it, but it's something to pay attention to. I think it's impactful. It's moving the culture. I hope that it must be hard to work with your friends. I don't know if anyone here has ever worked with your friend, but it's like I'd be watching that and I'd be feeling him because people don't understand sacrifice. I feel like. And I feel like that's what that shit is. I feel like they didn't under. I feel like when he turned on that Spotify shit, maybe they didn't have a say in that or they didn't understand. But if they're trying to take like okay, if you were offered 20 million or whatever, but that's all your rights, like that sucks. That sucks. And I feel like if they had accepted that deal and and if you like you don't want to give up your rights to anything, to yourself, to your name, your likeness. You know, you don't want to do that. So it's like whatever they're trying to, I don't know, whatever is going on with them. I wish them the best. It's something to pay attention to, definitely. Um, but continuing, more Florida news for you guys. Um, missing Florida woman rescued after found naked in storm drain in Delray Beach, Florida. Um, this is a developing story that I came across. Basically, a woman by the name of Lindsay Kennedy, 43 years old, a woman called 911 Tuesday morning to say she could hear a woman yelling for help from a sewer drain at the intersection of West Atlantic Avenue and Southwest 11th Ave. Kennedy told police that on March 3rd, she went for a swim in a canal near her boyfriend's house. She told them that while she was swimming, she came across a doorway near a shallow part of the canal. Kennedy said she entered the doorway and noticed a tunnel. She claimed she became curious to where the tunnel led and continued to follow it. She told police the tunnel led to another tunnel and so on until she realized she was lost. Kennedy. Yo, are y'all listening to the same thing I'm listening to? She came across a doorway near a shallow part of the canal. She entered the doorway and noticed a tunnel. Then she became curious. Wait. This can't be real. She claimed. Yo, this is what. Yo, something's in our water. Something must be like in the water. Like. All right. This is crazy. I'm trying to read this. You ever read something and you can read the words ahead? It's like y'all haven't even heard the best part yet. Alright, so she claimed she became curious to where the tunnel led and continued to follow it. She told police the tunnel led into another tunnel and so on until she realized she was lost. So she just kept falling into different tunnels type shit. I'm gonna go this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this. Wait a second. Where am I? Oh no. Kennedy told police she had been walking around the sewer system for approximately 3 weeks. That's where this story takes a wild turn. What? Kennedy said on Tuesday when she saw lights, she stayed in place. She was rescued because she could see people walking past her. What? Kennedy was reported missing by her boyfriend on March 3rd, according to police. Police said Kennedy appeared to be coherent and didn't feel she needed to be Baker acted. She needs to be Baker acted. Well, the police report states Kennedy's mother was contacted. She told police her daughter has a history of mental illness and is a frequent user of illegal narcotics. So she was strung out. This girl needs help. That's a crazy story. That's a crazy story. I never got lost in the sewer system before for 3 weeks. Have y'all? Like what was she eating? She didn't shower for three. How did they find her? I have so many questions to as to what, like, and how, where. Well, it gave me some of these answers, but how do you? That's not regular. I feel like she probably has powers now, some type of superpower. I would hope if I get lost for 3 weeks and y'all find me, I better have some type of ability. Okay, that I'm gonna pray for her. Everybody keep her in y'all prayers. Um, Moving on to the next story. Mom avoids eye contact with anyone attractive in case she loses control of her body. Okay, mom suffering from a brain disorder. This is an article on Daily Mirror. A mom, Kirsty Brown, 32, from Northwich, Cheshire, suffers from cataplexy. All right, so this means strong emotion can trigger sudden muscle paralysis. She be walking, see a fine dude. Oh my God, look into this. On average, the stay-at-home mom from Northwest Cheshire has 5 cataplexy attacks per day, but on a bad day, she can have up to 50, meaning she can't leave the house. You gotta be a stay-at-home mom. You can't look into her eyes. You can't say what's up. You can't do nothing. Knees buckling under the pressure. It's so embarrassing, she says. I was out shopping once and I saw someone that looked alright, and my legs just went, and I had to cling onto my cousin for support. If I see someone attractive, my legs just go. So I try not to put myself in situations where that could happen. Or I try to keep my eyes down for my own safety. Where do I live? I That's how I be thinking. This every week, like, where am I? Because I don't be understanding. The jig is up. Um, ages. It's 2021, man. Every every like news article I see, it's crazy. It's crazy, but um, a lot of y'all knight in shining armor. The armor is off. The jig is up. You know, we figured you out. Um, Derrick Jackson making headlines. Y'all favorite relationship expert. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this day because I could spot a phony a mile away. I could spot him. Anyone who's coming on a platform being holier than thou, that shit's fake. Because we all human, and you shouldn't be roasting people for making mistakes. And it's one thing to educate people, but you shouldn't put yourself on a pedestal and then gaslight your community and make it seem like it's their fault when you are, displaying yourself as one person and being another. So we all familiar with this guy, this buff dude. He always has something to say about another guy's relationship. Basically he's been presenting himself as, I'm not these lame niggas. I'm not these fuck boys. That type of content. Um, Basically just like exposing what it looks like when a guy cheats, blah blah blah, all this type of stuff. Um, with whatever else like religious jargon you want to throw in there. That shit is bullshit. I know it was bullshit from like the first time because it's like whenever guys like that are telling on other dudes, it's like first of all relationships are so much more complicated than that, and I would never sit on here and I may come across things, but I've done my dirt, and I've had dirt done to me, and that shit sucks on both sides. Because no one likes being a cheater. You going out there, you feel like a piece of shit, especially if the other person is really down for you. You know what I'm saying? And you have a heart. Because a lot of times dudes will mess around and it just be some like spur of the moment. They don't even be thinking about the shit really that much. And it just happens. I'm not excusing anything. I just want to get that out the way. Cheating is not cool. And lying isn't cool. If you have a foundation or you doing something with someone, be honest. That's it. That's how I feel. And if you get caught doing something, you gotta make the bed, or you gotta sleep in the bed you make, whatever the line is. But I've been paying attention to this Derrick Jackson dude. This shit, I be feeling bad for dudes like this, because at first I was like hating on it. I was hating on the dude like but now like my stance is like this guy, he's having like a mental health like episode, I think, in front of the world, because a lot of this shit, it'd be deeper than the surface, especially when you gotta like, bro, I feel like when people are super religious and when they're super into this or when they're super into that, that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of things to like keep up with. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. And then now you're trying to make a platform. You're giving other people advice on their relationship, what their problems are. You're putting your opinions on that. All this stuff. And you got your own marriage. You got your own shit. It's only a matter of time in this internet era before the truth comes out. Because the girls you messing around with, they gonna tell somebody. That person's gonna tell somebody. Now it's some tweet that was going viral, exposing you. Your whole shit is done. But the craziest part is this guy. He made a reaction video to his video. Like he was like, and this is where the shit gets sad. Like watching someone talk about themselves in the third person, trying to shoot themselves bail. Like it's like whoa. Whoa, like Charlamagne gave him Donkey of the Day. Like this man is tripping out. Like he was saying, like, "Oh, I don't, man, I can't even repeat the shit. I don't even remember." But just watching somebody like look at a video of them, like it's people will die on the hill. They will die with their lie. Like it's over, bro. We not coming to you for a relationship advice anymore. That shit is done. Stop reacting to the video. Go fix your shit. Like hold on. Like if your content is centered around some shit that's a lie, and then the lie gets exposed, you can't just try to keep up the lie or like add it in. Like it's a part of the like people become characters of themselves. And that's like a real deep topic too. A lot of people they have this idea, and I see this online. Is like they have this idea of who they want to be, and that's great. You should aspire to be something great, and you should create a myth about yourself. Don't be looking down on other people. You know, be careful how far you take this shit. You know, you shouldn't be idolizing other people. You know, I don't compete with anyone. I compete with who I was yesterday. Um, I'm not better than anyone. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I've made mistakes. We all do this shit. But you gotta treat your like if you want to educate somebody, just educate them. It don't have to come with all this extra shit. And that's just how I would like to see, you know, advice. Like it's just my opinion of what if you're trying to help someone how to avoid something like this because it's like, bro, you can't avoid drama, especially if you're in the spotlight. Like something's gonna come out. All you could do is try to be as real as possible and you know present yourself to the world. When you got 800,000 followers on a YouTube page, you caught up in the machine, and then some shit come out about your marriage. What you gonna do? That shit is tough. That's tough. That's a hard situation to have to navigate. You was giving people advice on relationships, cheating, this that, you know, because it's like one of those things where you can't shoot the messenger. Like that's why I at first I was like, damn, like I don't know. At first I didn't want to kill the guy too hard because it's like, damn. But then I started to, because I never really watched his videos. Like I would see like a few of his videos every now and then you know I would just kind of like scroll past it. Like it would never really, like it would just be some more content, you know, some more content shit. Like oh, who cares? Who gives a fuck? It's some another guy, you know, telling on his friends for some pussy, basically. And that's what his videos come off as being like, not even disingenuous, but just like here's this guy telling all the secrets so he could get in good with females. You know that pander and shit. I feel like it's the same reason why people don't fuck with um, Derrick Derrick Jackson is the same reason why some guys don't like Drake. It's like you saying shit that you shouldn't be saying, bro. Like why are you telling the girls this? This is a us thing, you know. And it's like I'm not sticking up for cheaters or anything like that, but it's like you don't see, I don't see females coming on here exposing, you know, talking shit about all the shit that females do. I don't see that shit. Of course, there's some girls, you know, back to that Saweetie shit that I was talking about earlier. There was a lot of foul shit that was happening in that shit under the guise of like toxicity, but it's like one second y'all want to kill someone for being toxic, the next second is yes sis. It's like y'all be really good on this if it's good for, it's only good if it's good for me shit. And this shit's annoying. Like I like that's why I'm like I'm not enjoying seeing this, but bro, the jig is up. Stop trying to come in here with that narcissist shit like you better than everyone. Like, and that's to everybody out here with a platform or without a platform. You're not better than anyone. We're all just people trying to figure this shit out. This dude is having a midlife crisis. He's trying to hold together the lie and his marriage, and keep up the like, bro. We see you, and you can only like what's done in the dark will always come to light. Like it's only a matter of time. You got to build shit right. You got to build shit with a real foundation. Just to like circle back, tie the shit all together, like and that, like, and I be wanting to, I just be seeing things, this for like example, this like just to like I'm done talking about that Derek shit, like whatever, like prayers to him, but I started talking earlier about the Joe Budden podcast and why I feel for Joe and shit, and it was like, and I really want to get back into this because I think he's building a cool platform, and I think he's trying to put people on. And when I say they make jokes and shit, it's like I heard on the podcast this new episode, Savon was on there, and they called the guy Justin LeBoy. They just tie the shit all back together. They called Justin LeBoy, and they were talking about him. It's like after the call was done, whatever, ha ha ha, woo woo. Savon made a comment about like, oh dang, you giving Justin LeBoy, the sauce. You giving him the secrets to success. When are you gonna help me out with that? And I'm like, damn, bro, you sitting right there on the couch on the podcast right now. You don't understand how big of a look that is. That's why I be getting tight with Rory and Mal. It's like, Joe, it looks like Joe be doing 10 other things. If y'all not getting money and you see Joe with money, it's like, look at how much stuff he has his hands in. Go do other shit. Y'all, first of all, their opinions, they don't be that fire. They be trying to keep their industry connects and shit. And then be wanting to get the bag. Like, if you're going to pod. If you're not going to pod, don't pod. We need more real people. That's why I'm like, I'm getting tired of this fake content, like, pussy shit, where people only want to hear shit that like, it like, the confirmation bias stuff, like, where people can't, I be trying to, like, if you don't like something, shut up. Like, bro, I can talk about something I don't like. I'm allowed to have discourse about things that you don't like. I'm allowed to hate shit. Like, I support hate speech. We need more real people. Like, I endorse hate speech. I want to be able to communicate. I'm sick and tired of like this whole PC culture, having to watch everything you fucking say, man. I miss being able to talk to people. I miss being able to have context, tell jokes, laugh, feel free. Not everybody getting offended over shit. This shit crazy, man. Everybody swear they a fucking psychiatrist pro, but y'all not doing nothing. Y'all just shooting commercials, but y'all not selling any product. Everybody is a PR team with no product. Everybody is a PR team with no brand. Y'all gotta relax. But moving on to the next things. We got. I want to talk to y'all because I feel like I gotta just say this shit every pod till people start hitting me up. I need help. I'm trying to build this shit. If you got a story you want to tell, if you have a brand you're working on, if you're an artist, if you're a creator, if you have something you want to converse about, email me, contact me on social media, 3minkrugs@gmail.com. Hit my IG at 3minkrugs. That's THREEMINK Rugs, RUGS. That's Twitter. That's IG. You can find the podcast nowwhat.pod. That's on IG. Follow us on Spotify. Follow me everywhere. Send me your story. For real. I wanna talk to you. We got follow me on Twitch, 3minkrugs. Twitch.tv. Hit me up. This has been another episode of Now What. This is episode 8. I'm gonna play some a song for y'all. We got Rock Marciano, Garbage Pail Kids.
All that block shit. kills.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Cook up the work to make the fiends do the smurf. You got the nerve to shoot up the church like a jerk. Big mama heard and went berserk. I've been flirting with death, I'm a pervert. Tricolor rollie look like some sherbert. Fur alert. If it don't hang to the earth, then it ain't worth squirt. The Mossberg pump for when it get turned, when it gets the purse. The herb lifted the witch's curse. They heard all about the dirt and how I act like the door don't work. Dog gets all a blur. Shot it out with them turds, we was in the spur, my heart an iceberg. Heisenberg ice on my iceberg. Shine but not quite like my inner light burn. Y'all niggas some light work. Like the perp, the pipe got me feeling like Wyatt Earp. Might let the iron burst, let's set fire to this shirt. Flames on the Versace like hot sake. Drive-bys in the Kawasaki like we the Shao Posse. Rock 'em the most copy. If you rock with me, then buy me a bottle of Romanade Conti. If I call her, she gon' come. She gon' run. Yeah, she gon' leap over the truck. No cut. No cut, no cut. No cut. If I call her, she gon' come. She gon' run. She gon' leap over the truck. No cut. No cut. No cut. Yo. Shake shit up to make the soda in the container bust. That ain't what's up. I rubbed the cocaine on the taste buds till they became numb. Placed them on the gums. Paid the plug. Stayed on the hush. The potato came with the gun. You get stripped from your chain and naked butt. I never been afraid to take it in blood. Who needs a pay stub when you came from mud? We ain't complain, we just made some huts. The blue rape was looking like great punch. I just told my old lady we breaking up. I was caught with the paper making love. Plus me and the paper mate, we was hanging tough. It was angering her. You sprinkle angel dust in my blunt, huh? Oh shit, hold it in, let the boat drift. I'm a whole pimp, I might smoke the bitch, but I'm emotionless. You know this. If I call her, she gon' come. She gon' run. She gon' leap over the truck. No cut. She gon' leap over the truck. No cut. No cut. No cut.